Let's get started with the fresh Xamarin Forms project by selecting on the multi-platform project. So here we have a multi-platform and I'm in Visual Studio 2019 and on future there will be Visual Studio 2022 for Mac, and the UI might be different than that of yours, but we'll be either selecting .NET MAUI project or else we'll be selecting the Xamarin Forms project and you creating a new app just like this. So after that I'll just review the whole project if it has any type of bugs or not, so that we can freshly start our whole application inside our main page.xaml. At first, let's quickly create one grid view inside our content page, and we know that our grid has row definition property, and we'll just give auto and auto property to the grid. Then we'll place that grid at center position and we'll just create one image which will be a child of our grid, and then which has a property name as x name. So we'll be naming our image control as my image, and which will be placed inside the grid row definition 0, and then on grid row definition 1 we'll be placing one button whose text will be upload image, and then this is the only thing that we need, and I have just converted my button background as black and then text as white. Then what we really need is we'll just place this image at grid.row 0 and then grid.row 1, which I have forgot, and then on grid.row 2, so we need to place another row so that we can define another grid which will be placed on that row 2. We'll be placing one label as a child inside grid.row 2, which will define the image result, that is whatever the image is uploaded to the Azure Cognitiveservice as well custom vision as well as the computer vision API, then all the results will be tracked inside our grid.row 2, that is our level 1 as well as the level 2. That's all. Now whenever this button is clicked, then we will be going to upload the image. So you can see over here I'll create one property name as clicked, and then whenever it's clicked, then this is the event that is going to be fired up whenever a button click is done. I'm just doing any type of MVVM approach as of now in this tutorial, but it depends upon you and your requirement how your business wants it. But as of now, in order to show a demo, I'm just using some code behind approach. Now we'll just select our iOS simulator and then try to build our first Hello World Xamarin Forms app at first. Now before it builds, let's go to the Xamarin Essentials file picker. No, it's not a file picker, it's a image picker that we'll be using. So this is the first option that I will be selecting, that is a media picker. And then in the getting started, you can see we have Android configuration to be embedded inside our Android project. So let's start configuring our Android project. So it is still building. Then we'll just go inside our properties folder, and then inside assembly information.cs, here we'll just paste the code that is there in our website for Android configuration. That's all for the Android. Then or else we can just update our manifest file too if we are not adding our any of the Android configuration code over here inside assembly information.cs. So that is not required, the app is still building up. This is the first time, right? That's why it is taking a little bit time to boot up. Now let's configure our iOS project. So this is the line of code that we need in order to enable our camera access as well as the photo directory access in our Android simulator or the phone. That is our real Android as well as iOS phone. So let's go to the info.plist section where text editor is going to edit our whole info.plist file. So after the array tag, I'm just going to paste the line of code that is there inside our web site. Now I just need to click on save as well as run the app. Now we can see that there is no issues in our iOS configuration as well as the Android configuration. Then let's go inside our general uses, where we'll just use this line of code to get our photo. So in order to use another property name as take photo asynchronously, we have to inherit it from our essentials plugin, and this media picker has pick photo asynchronously property, which picks the photo from our real Android phone as well as the iOS phone. You can see over here, and we don't need console.writeLine statement over here, as we'll be transferring the user whenever that photo is uploaded. Then this is the method that is going to be triggered. So now you can see our file result space photo. This photo contains our full path of the file where it is actually located on. So now the next thing that we need to do is, you can see the photo equals null, and this is the operation that we'll be using, and this is the whole thing that will be used. So you can see I'll just copy and paste it over here. So now here I'll just make a string that will be capturing our full photo path. That means the path that is going to be used in order to see where the image file is located. So you can see I'll just converted that whole operation to async await, so that I can use any type of operations inside this load photo asynchronous method. Then here we can just combine the path with the keys directory. So we just don't need this line of codes because we are only focused on the photo path. So we'll just remove that line of code as of now. So I'll just save the file into the local storage. This is the only for taking image and saving to the local directory. So this is the line of code that is really not required as of now. This is just to save that image whenever that image is uploaded from the mobile device, right? So I'll just comment it out. We don't need that thing. Then the thing that we are really interested upon is the photo path, which will be sent to the Azure for rendering purpose. So it contains the file name. You can see over here photo.filename, and then we'll just get the file name out of the photo. Then we'll just see whether we are getting the correct output or not. At first we'll just get the file name, then we'll be changing later to photo path later whenever it's required. So now you can see over here, I'll just stop the debugging process, and then let's see whether we are able to get that file path or not. So whenever I click on F5, and then we can just pick any of the image, then it should provide me the file name of that whole image. So we have done correctly up to now. So here we'll just change our image to a source property, where the source is going to take the whole photo path. Then I'll just run the app. So if I upload the image, then it should open up a pop-up, and then it will just give the file name and the photo path. The file name is captured, right? So we just need the file path. As I've already told, a full path is required in order to get that image with the source. So let's again rerun the app and then see whether we are going to get that image with the source or not. So what we are doing as of now here is we are going to check all the images, select any of the image from our gallery, and then show it inside our image AI app. Okay, so we have successfully uploaded one image. Our next task will be Now the crucial part comes up, that is Azure services that are going to be used, and here I have been signed as pay as you go account. So this is just a test user account that I have, and I'll delete all the services after this video ends, so you can't be able to use it. You have to use it of your own. So I'll just use some test account as of now. Then this is my Azure portal after I successfully logged in, and here I have already created one subscription, which is pay as you go subscription. I really recommend you to go with the free account and then start playing around with it. If it allows you to create subscription as well as the cognitive services, then it's way go ahead, and if it does not allow, then you have to go with pay as you go account. Here I have a subscription account, you can see over here, which is status is active. So in order to create one subscription, you just need to click on add, then you need to create a new subscription by selecting everything that is described over here. It's just a really easy flow. So as soon as I click on add button, then this is going to check for offer as eligibility. Then here we have to just say in which trial we are, and I have just selected the free one, and then we went through free to the pay as you go account. So I'll just go to the home page, and then the next step that we'll be performing is, let's create a new resource, and then select the AI plus machine learning computer vision. Yeah, so I'm just going to select this computer vision. Then we'll be selecting our subscription plans. Here I have just let you know about the subscription that I'm using, right? So I'm in the pay as you go as of now, and then here we'll just select the region, that is East US or any of the region that you like, and then if it is not there in your region, then you can just select any of the region. Here you can see we have a pricing tier. So here I have just selected our F0, that is a free one. So let's go to the home. Then we have successfully created the resources, and then let's go to the resource group. So this is the resource group that I have created. After selecting the resource group, we have to create a new resource group as like that, and then after it's done, then we have to go to the quick start section. Here we'll just get all the information about how to use this computer vision inside our Xamarin Forms using pure C# and then .NET SDK to be used inside our Xamarin Forms shared project. So here we'll just go with the C# quick guide and as well as this documentation link, and then here you can see how to use the client library. It is telling that I have to install this plugin inside our shared project, and then this is how we're gonna use our computer vision API inside our Xamarin Forms project. So in this documentation, it is not telling anything as of now, so we'll just focus on this documentation only. And then now let's install that plugin that was there in our website, that is Xamarin.Cognitiveservice plugin. So this is the plugin that will be used inside our shared project. Let's go to the website back again to see the next step that we need to do. That is these are the two things that we need. We will just copy it and then paste it over here as of now in this project, but it is recommended to create a new shared class which will just inherit all the subscription key as well as the endpoint that are required in order to create any connections to our Azure portal. So this is the thing that is mentioned over here. Then our next step is to create the authentication code. So this is where the authentication will be created, and then that is what is being used. Let's go down a little bit. So there is something called, let's read the API and then do anything as we like. So let's go to the key and the endpoint section over here, and you can see I have the key over here. I'll just copy that, and then here I have already installed the plugin, right, previous, so I have just clicked on accept. So now I'll just add the subscription key over here, and then I have to paste the endpoint. So this is my endpoint from my Azure portal. So these are the subscription key as well as the endpoint is also going to be deleted by me as soon as this video ends. So you have to create of your own, and I'm just going to refer the same documentation where I have to go to the next step, that is creating the authentication. So using this method, that is computer vision client authentication, I have to create. So I'll just copy that code. So let's copy this whole line of code from there. Then we have to go to our project. Let's go to the project. Now let's go to the project over here, and then this computer vision client inherits from the Cognitiveservice that we have installed previously, that is from the plugin itself. Then you can see over here we have subscription key as well as endpoint that is going to be passed to the authentication method. So I'm just going to create a method that is generating a random method, and then inside this method will be adding this line of code. So same as like how it has been mentioned over here. So we just need to paste the code and then everything works fine, and the key will be the subscription key that we need to pass over here, and that's all. Now this authentication is going to create all the authentication procedures in order to establish a connection between our mobile client and the Azure service. So it acts as like a middleware where all the connection happens between our mobile app and the Azure services, and where all the computer vision stuffs comes up, right? So we have already done all the authentication process in line number 70. Now our next step is to let's go to the web URL, and after doing some research, what I found was this image analysis quick start link provides us what to do as soon as the image is uploaded to the Azure database, and which provides us the image classification, that is analyzes image asynchronously, is going to give us all the results whatever we required, like type, face, color, object, categories, and everything. So it basically needs a analyze image URL. So you can see over here, so it requires just a analyze image URL, and then we can see send the image URL, and we can just extract out all the contents that we require, that is categories, face, tag, color, and object. So we'll just paste it over here, and then we'll just paste the visual feature type over here, and then the next option will be, I'll just put a tab in between, and then our next thing is we have to go with the computer vision client, correct? So we have to call the API now, so we need to establish a connection. So I'll just copy this whole line of code and then paste it over here. So a client is a HTTP client, you know that, and this photo path is the path of the image which get extracted when we upload a image or when we take a image photo. Okay, so that is what, and then result dot text equal result dot, there are lots of properties over here, but we can just bind it to any of the property, and if it is a list of colors, then you can just extract out the indexes of color, that is 0 as well as 1 to be inside the color, as well as the adult also you can just extract it out. So as of now what I'm doing is I'll just add model version. So you can see over here, I'll just add it as it is, and I just request you to play around with the values over here, and then you can see I have just put the resulted text to another thing, that is faces also, I can do that, and then to a string. Then we have already extracted out everything that we require. Now we can just upload the image and then see if there is any issues or not, and if we are able to successfully authenticate with the Firebase, and then able to run our first project. So let's just wait for some time. Our application is running now. When I click on upload image, then nice, we got our file picker working, and then I'll just click on F5, and then Let's wait for some time if it provides me an error. So I think everything is fine over here. So I have clicked on upload image. Now you can see over here, so it is really recommended to add a try catch method, and it is telling me that it is restricted or a bad request because of capture photo async operation written as a bad request. I think that's an issue regarding the large image file being sent to the Azure cognitive service, and I think I have to use my Android phone to check if everything is fine or not. So let's try it with the Android. If everything is fine, then we are able to extract out all the data that are required from our computer vision. So the thing is, the only problem over here I can find is the large image size that is inside the iOS simulators. So I'll just copy and paste over code over here and to see if everything works fine or not, and I'll just remove that code from here. So let's just wait for some time. If the authentication is possible or not, we'll just have a look onto that. So let's wait for some time over here. So I'll just click on load image. Then after uploading the image, then here you can see I got authentication, and the authentication was successful, and there was no issue regarding the connections, and you can see over here. And then as soon as I click on F5, then the result is going to throw me some of the exceptions on my iOS simulators. Okay, so it was a bad request. All right, so I think the problem is inside this analyze image asynchronous, that is our photo path. I think that requires the image URL. So in order to do that, I'll just copy the any of the faces that are there, face images URL, and then I'll just take any of the image URL that are required. So let's take any of the image from here. So I'll just copy this image. Alright, now I'll just paste the photo path with this. I'll just replace that photo path with this image URL. I think this analyze image async is for only the URL, and it's not for the uploading of image from our local storage. So why not to test it out? So let's wait for some time. Then it will just boot itself, and then after clicking on upload image, when we are not going to focus about any of the uploading image, now we are directly sending the image URL path. And yeah, nice. So you can see over here we got our expected output, that is it is telling that it is adult with the adult score, and then everything related to that whole image, that is good score, as well as if it is male and the female. So the male is on 0th index and female is on the first index. So you can see over here every result regarding the image is going to be provided by our cognitive service, that is our computer vision. So here I'll just take it's a list, right? The faces is a list. Let's go inside here, and then we can see over here it's a list of 2%. So why not to create a index implementation of faces? So I'll just remove all the code from here and then add this line of code, that is face 0 will be resulting 1.text, and resulting 2.text will get our face 1th item. So let's rerun the app and then see if we are getting adult as male and female or not. So let's wait for some time. I'm going to upload the image back again, and we know that this whole image upload functionality is not working for this upload client.analyze image async, right? So we'll just wait for some time. Now you can see these are the two things that has been attached, and it was not able to get the gender, so I'll just put gender inside this because we have to go inside, right? So that's why it didn't uh, resulted the correct output. Now I think it should provide me the correct output for index 0 and index 1. Now upload the image. Upload image, yes. Now it will just take some time to analyze the image, and I think that should provide me nice male and female output. But you can see over here the background is different. I'm sorry for that, and along with that some UI problem is there. That is grid.row1, grid.row2, grid.row0. Okay, and then I'll just press to row definition, auto comma auto. All right, so here I think now it should provide me male and female, and here the background is different. That's because we have uploaded the image URL, right? So that is what the problem is regarding. So we are not going to worry about this loading the photo from our local storage, but we are going to load our image URL to the Azure for rendering using our computer vision. All right, so let's enable app transport security for Xamarin Forms, and sometime there will be a problem regarding the HTTP request in our iOS project. So here we'll be just copying this URL and pasting it inside our info.p list, that is Rebellion Finder. Then we have to use our other section over here, and then let's go inside the text editor. So here we'll just paste it over here so that you can use HTTP request. If you are using HTTP request, then it is really recommended to use this app transfer security, or else you won't be getting any of the image being rendered from our iOS platform. Alright, so on our Android end also, if you are using some HTTP URL, then you have to go with HTTP clear text implementation. So when I click on the first link, then it is telling me that we can add this line of code. So that works fine. That is this line of code helps us to clear any type of HTTP request and should be placed it inside over assembly information.cs. I'll just close it right now. So we have already saved it, right? Now we have successfully completed our computer vision, and we have successfully analyzed our image too. Alright, so we have successfully completed this computer vision API integration. So it is recommended for you to use Android phone with low resolution image and send it to the Azure for classification, and iOS image from your local device is not recommended. Okay, so we have successfully completed this computer vision. I'll just add some comments over here, and then we'll be starting our custom vision after this computer vision ends. Okay, so this is the start of computer vision, and this is the end of the computer vision APIs. Okay, so let's end of computer vision API endpoints. So these are the endpoints that are being used for our computer vision. Alright, so these are the two things that we need. Now we will basically start with the custom vision implementation, and then let's see whether we can implement that custom vision or not from our Azure. So custom vision, Azure Portal is the portal where we have to go at first, and here inside the custom vision we have to create a new project. Here I'm just creating a new project name as the same project name, that is our AI app image classifier, and then I'll just give the random description for this image classifier project. So here I'll just select the resource, and then we'll just create the default one selection. Here I'm not selecting anything as of now, and then I'll just create a new project. Then here you can see we have the left side as well as the right side, and here you can see there is something called as tagged as well as untagged. All right, so here we'll be creating one project name as skin cancer application. So skin cancer application will have one set of image with skin cancers and one set of image without skin cancer, so that when the user from his client app uploads one image to the custom vision API, then his real skin is going to be matched with two set of images, that is with skin cancer images as well as the without skin cancer images. And the custom vision is going to evaluate the probability if the user client, that is our client, image matches with the skin cancer image, then it will tell that okay, your skin is matching with the probability of this with the skin cancer image in our database. Okay, so it will just give us the probability of skin cancer image matching with the client's skin, and then it will just going to give us the probability of how much it got the probability. If it goes to 50% and higher, then we can just set up some notification to the client that it's urgent, you have to go to the doctor and then consult with him, because your skin has high probability matching with the skin cancer image in the database of Azure Custom Vision, right? So that is what, or else it will again scan the image of the client to the non-skin cancer images too, and then it will just give the probability that okay, the non-skin cancer probability is this much higher, so it's safe enough and you don't need to worry about, and then you can just reach to your nearby consultant. All right, as I have already told, these are the images that is going to be inside the tagged image, that is our skin cancer images. So we'll just give a name as skin cancer images. All right, so this is a tag that I have added, and we are just going to upload 5 files inside this tagged part, that is our skin cancer part. Now you can see we have already uploaded our tagged skin cancer type images inside our tagged part, and untagged part is just basically the images which are not tagged. So we are not going to use this untagged part, and I'm sorry for previously what I have told, that is untagged part usage. So here we'll just create another tag inside the tag part where we'll just add a tag name as non-skin cancer and upload 5 to 10 images or 100 of images as we like to the this whole part. So let's see the images that we require and then insert it inside the tag named as non-skin cancer and upload 2 files. So you can see over here I have already uploaded 2 images. Now it's time to train our model, so I'll just click on train, and you can't select 2 images. Oh my god, I have to select 5 images. So let's quickly add those 5 images and let's train our whole AI model. Alright, I have now 4 skin type images as well as non-skin cancer type images too. So this is the final image that I'll just save it, and then I'll just use another image also for the skin cancer. That is, now I need just 5 images. Sample 6. So these are the 2 images that I required. Now I'll just add image, and then this is the 6th image that lies inside the skin cancer image. Skin cancer, select that, and then click on upload. So it was uploaded successfully. Now I have 5 image in skin cancer as well as 4 image in non-skin cancer. try to make it to 5 images that are required. Now we can just train our whole model, then it will just start iterating it. So after training it, then you can see over here I have 5 images on non-skin cancer images, and then skin cancer image also have 5 images. You can see over here. So this is the skin cancer images. Then we have successfully trained the whole model, that is our AI image model. Then what we can just do is we can just train it from here, but nothing has changed. That's because we have not changed anything. Now we can just quickly test our client app, that is we can just add a URL of the image, or else we can just send any of the client's image. So let's send a client image, and we know that this is not a skin cancer image, right? So it will just give us the probability that okay, so there is no skin cancer probability for this type of image, that is like the probability is 46% higher. And then there is some skin cancer prediction, that is 53.6, but it should be a higher probability to get that skin cancer probability by test by the AI model. So we know that there is no skin cancer to be higher probability, and skin cancer should be of so that is not recognized. Okay, so let's just close this thing, and then let's try to do some real skins implementation where we'll just show up the skin. I think that the hand was being shown, that's why the AI was able to get that hand getting recognized, but we don't want that, right? So notice we'll just add this plugin, that is our Microsoft.azure.cognitiveservice.vision.custom-vision.training. So this is the plugin that is required inside our client app, that is our mobile app. So we'll just copy that. Then let's minimize this whole browser stuff over here, and then now I'll just add a plugin in our shared project. So let's paste it over here and get that plugin, and then add that project to all of the projects. All right, now our next thing that we need to do, let it add all the projects that are required. So in this URL it is telling that we need this plugin to be added, that is our custom vision.prediction, and training is the first package that we just added it. So I'll just again add another package, that is our prediction APIs implementation. So I'll just add the prediction, so click on OK. Nice. All right, so let's wait for some time. Now let's go to the website itself. The second step that we need to do is we need to get all this line of code. All right, so these are all related to our custom vision implementation. Previously we did a computer vision and we were able to identify each and every objects, right? So this is custom vision where the probability things works, and here I'll just after this computer vision, this is all related to the custom vision, right? So we don't need a training endpoint as well as training key, because we are able to do all the training from here itself, right? Then we really don't want anything from that Azure, that is our training API keys as well as training API implementations. Okay, we'll just will be focused on prediction, so we just need a key. We'll just copy that, and then prediction key, we'll just paste it over here. And don't use this prediction key, because I could have removed my prediction key after this video ends. So now you have to create of your own. Now the prediction endpoint, I have added it. Then resource ID is this, I'll just copy that resource ID, and then I'll just paste it over here. All right, so we have completed this whole prediction stuff from here. Then our next thing is we have to upload our image to the Azure Custom Vision APIs using the authentication, right? The same thing that we have done for our computer vision implementation. So starting of custom vision goes from here. All right, so let's go to the quick starter guide. So after that, what the documentation is telling, that we have to create custom vision training client space training API, and then authenticate. That is like authentication is every time required, so we'll be just copying that code. Now let's go a little bit below here, a little bit up. No, that's not there. We have to go to authentication of client, that is this one. All right, so here authenticating the client, and then get that training API key. Nice. All right, and then only do the prediction. Okay, so that is what we need it. So we'll just copy it, and as soon as we get the file image path, then we'll just inherit that, and then this is the endpoint that we will be using. That is we have used it over here, so we'll just paste it over here. All right, then our next thing is we have already done the authentication part. Then we'll just upload a image, that is, and then classify it with the help of probabilities. All right, so these are all the properties that we can do, that is load image from that, and then upload image also you can see over here, and you can just implement all the things that is mentioned over here, and we can just train the whole project that we have already done from our web URL, right? So we don't want to do that as of now. After doing some research, I went through this website, and I found that this is really easy implementation, that is creating the whole application. And then you can see over here we have a new HTTP client, and then we're just going to add the prediction key, and then everything that is associated with, and we just need to copy this whole line of codes to get our whole custom vision working. So I need to copy it and then paste it inside our app. So I'll just copy these two methods and then paste it inside our app. So I'll just remove all the codes that I have previously written. I really don't want these codes. I'll just paste it over here itself. So here I have just saved the whole code. Alright, so I just need to paste it a little bit below of the curly braces, and then I'll just create a method where I'll just send a photo file path to that specific method, and then you can see I just need to make it avoidable. No worries, this is just a client implementation, that is a HTTP client, which helps us to create a connection between our mobile app to the Azure. So now we need our prediction key to be added over here. So this is the prediction, this is a prediction key. This is key, this is the value, that the right side is the value, so we will be adding it inside the value. Then our prediction URL, the URL that we have previously created. So this is the URL endpoint that we need. Alright, so I'll just remove, that is not okay. So let's go to the media type header value. I'll just inherit that. I'll just use some breakpoints over here. So let's finally check the web URL, and then here inside the performance we have already got the iteration 1, which was run 22 minutes ago. Alright, so we can just publish a model. So we can just publish it, no it is, and then here we can just check out the URL. So here if you are using some image URL, then we can use that URL inside our app, or else we can use if if we are uploading any image file type. So I'll just remove this prediction endpoint from here with this one, and let's try it with this one, prediction endpoint. Then let's test it out. So this is the prediction key. So this is the prediction key for sure, right? And then nothing to change. So prediction endpoint has been now changed to a prediction endpoint, and I think everything is fine over here. So you have to focus on line number 124. Here I have changed string space URL is equals to prediction endpoint, which was there previously as a string. So you need to change that to a string value. Now let's finally see if we are able to get this whole application running or not. So let it debug. Alright, application is running up. So whenever I click on upload image, then we are allowed to upload the image. So let's wait for some time till it loads. Yeah, we got our first image. Then here I got the image path, you can see over here. Then this is just going to establish a HTTP connection. Then here you can see I have a prediction key, and the prediction endpoint is this. All right, nice. So we have the data bytes, right? So this is the HTTP response message, and the response message is going to get all the response from the client. So this is the byte of the whole image path that I have converted. And then let's send this whole data to the Azure custom vision APIs. So with the help of this API endpoint and then this client connection, we are able to send our byte data to the custom vision API in the form of octet stream. So let's wait for some time. So it is taking some time. Nice. So let's see what is the content. So you can see over here I got a successful response. Nice. You can see over here we got a successful data, right? So here you can see the probability, it is showing up with all the data that it requires. Now we can just extract the data and then read it as a string. Now bar space content equals we can just use output content. All right, so the output content in the form of variables we can just extract out from this string. Okay, so now nothing to worry about. Now the data is in our hand. Now we can just play around with the data and then upload any type of image to the custom vision API of the Azure. So that is how it works, right? So we don't need to do anything. Now you can just refer to all the documentation. I'll just go give those documentation in my video's description below. You can just refer all those things and then start playing around. All right, so this is the model class that Azure custom vision sends us. So in order to convert this JSON to a CSAP, we just need to copy this whole JSON file. So this is just a output, right? So I'll just copy it and then convert that JSON to a CSAP. So we'll just use a converter tool, convert JSON to CSAP, and you can do it inside your Visual Studio also, and you don't need to worry about this URL. So here you can see I'm just trying to convert it, and I just need to copy this whole to model class as soon as I get the JSON file. So nothing to worry about now. So I'm just going to create a model class which helps us to deserialize our response from the API. So I'm just going to create response model, right? So create a new, yep. Now paste, no, that is not the thing that need to be pasted over here. I just need to copy this. I'll just press Command and C, and then you can see over here I just had pasted my code over here. I'll just refresh that root to response model class name, and then we just need to use newtonsoft.json plugin if you have previously not installed inside your project. So this is how we're gonna extract our whole data. So this is the response. So what we can do right now is response content equals JSON convert, JSON JSON convert. So it should be inherited from the Newton sub.json plugin. Alright, so you need to add that plugin to your shared project before using it. So I'm just going to deserialize our whole response model, that is our output content, with the model class, and now we can just play around with the values. That is you know that we have result1 and result2 data, right? That is our controls label. I'm just going to give a label 1 with text property with a value. So here you can see I can just give a prediction values too, and I can see over here the prediction is an array. So now you can just play around with the predictions. Alright, so if it is any type of prediction, if it is cat, dog, or any type of prediction, then you can just get the tag name and then get the result inside the label. So prediction, then I'll just get the 0th index as of now, but it is highly recommended you to check the predictions name, like tag name, at first, and then only get deep inside values from there. Alright, so it depends upon on our hand. So I'll just add 0th thing, and then I'll just add the result1.text with another tag name, that is our probability. Okay, so anything as we like. So it depends upon you how you're gonna use that thing. This is the level 2, and then I'm just going to use the prediction. What is the prediction of that specific like what is the tag name and then what is the prediction, right? So in your context it will be skin cancer as well as non-skin cancer. Here I've just done a test, and here it is showing me as cat and dog, but in your case it will show you as skin cancer as well as non-skin cancer. And I'm just going to take the prediction probability as well as the tag name. So here 0 and 1 is going to take it, and then that's all. Now we can just stop the project, run app again, and then see whether we are able to get the corresponding output or not. That's all for this tutorial now. Thank you guys, thanks for watching. Keep in touch for next tutorials.